First of all, a full disclaimer. I have no idea if this is a bug or actually some secret feature, so use at your own discretion. So we all like loot, right? Well, a big source can be doing your abyssal dungeon farms, your open world farms where you need abyss contract tokens when you kill enemies to drop you loot. And that can be a ton of solent, a ton of ores, and an absolute ton of mastery levels. And especially during this week, more than ever, it's important you take advantage of the extra 50% we can gain from the server consolidation buff. So getting your hands on these abyss tokens is very important. The more you can get, the more loot you can get. It is ultimately a part of the whole cycle of this game, and yeah, there seems to be a hidden feature which allows you to basically obtain, when you log into the game, exactly 8,000 contract points. And you can do this literally every 3 hours. You can see another 8,000 points. Same day. And all I did was log out for 3 hours, log back in, and ta-da, 8,000 points. So how does this work? Well, when you're going to be at the end of your Abyss dungeon farm, you're still going to have a few leftover points. You can see, currently I have 30. We go to kill some more enemies. I want this loot goblin, and we're now down to just 9. What you need to do, and what is very important, is you have to get this number to exactly 0. This is actually harder than you might think, because if you kill a mob, they're going to consume a certain amount of points. And if you don't have those points, you don't spend the points. For example, if I'm killing these enemies and I need, say, 10 points for them to drop me extra loot, spending the contract tokens, if I don't have those 10 points, then it doesn't consume them, even if I have 9. So I'm going to have to find an enemy that can consume exactly 9. Now, huge credit to Waves for messaging me on Discord and also sharing this list. This is a bunch of different enemies and how many points it actually spends when you kill those enemies. So using that and the ability to consume some food, which then gives you 10% contract token efficiency, we can ultimately get that then down to just 0 points. We kill this living lancer or archer it was, and we're finally at 0. Now, this actually took me a bit of time as I was confused about the food and then these mobs not actually reducing it by exactly how much I wanted. And so if you do run into the issue where you're at like 1 point remaining, you will not get those 8,000 contract points after logging back in. So you basically just go do one of your resistance contracts, you get back to 50 plus whatever you had, and then you restart that process again of finding the mobs to kill to get to 0. Can be a bit tricky starting out, but this is a huge help, this list here of how many points these mobs actually spend when you kill them. So it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. But as soon as you actually do get to those 0 points, you need to be careful not to earn more points and basically quit playing the game on this character. Simply log off and go do something else. And you have to be gone for 30 hours or more. That's at least the time frame that I've been told, and it did work for me. You can, however, very interestingly, switch character. You can just play a different character. And this one, when I switch back after 3 hours, will get the 8,000 points, like we have right now. So again, I have no clue if this is a bug or a feature, but you very simply make sure to get down to 0 contract points exactly. And then, yes, when you come back to the game after 3 hours of being off, you're going to have another 8,000 contract points to be able to spend and farm some more mobs. But again, this could always turn out to be some sort of an exploit that the devs could potentially suspend your account for. So really, use it at your discretion. You can have a debate in the comments below whether it's right to take advantage of it or not. For all we know, it could be intended, or it gets fixed in the next patch. But now it's very tempting to take advantage of it. Because again, the extra solent and mastery bonus we have for this week, on top of the fact you have the Valentine's chocolate giving you 50% solent and mastery. But just as some further notes, the standard ways to actually get those contract tokens is basically to do every day your co-op dungeons. Generally try and go and do it on the random queue. And you're going to get lots of these contract points here. Every run of a 2-star dungeon is 900, and every run of a 1-star dungeon is 600. You're going to get a whole bunch for Amatoy expeditions as well. Completing, say, an 8-hour expedition gives me 850. You can do your resistance contracts. They'll give you 50 of these contract points. And you also want to do like your mystic keys, going to the globes. They'll give you generally, I believe, 100 points, and then you can get some more through, say, the battle pass, sometimes through check-in rewards. And yeah, if I've missed any, absolutely let us know in the comments below. But a big one for the PvP enjoyers is to farm the chests in your Shadowed Crypt. They'll give you tokens to do your dungeons, which then gives you more of these Abyss contract tokens as well. Same in Ceradoma Island. Farm those chests, but that's going to be for a limited population. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you all around. Goodbye for now.